We're talking with Tim and Jay Montazeri, right, okay. With Atlas Painting and Drywall, one of the biggest painting companies in North Carolina. And, guys, I am the smartest guy. That's what Joe says.
He is.
And I detect that you weren't born in North Carolina.
You got that one right.
Is this true? Is this true? And if so, tell us your story. How in the world did you end up in Lake Norman area of North Carolina?
Well, it's a long story, but I'll make it short.
We don't have that kind of time, man.
Just give us the highlights.
I came to the United States in 1977 with $1,100 to Chico, California, a small town. And to make this story short, moved to Greensboro, North Carolina in 1982. And then...
were you in the painting business then?
No. I went to school, got my degree in electrical engineer, and after I met my wife at UNC Charlotte, I moved to Charlotte in 1990. And along with my brother, we had several different businesses before we started painting. And finally, at 1992, we started a painting business together. And gradually moved on to,
So you've owned this business since 1992?
That's correct.
Wow, you have defied the odds, my friends, in success. That's fantastic.
So Jay, you're the youngest brother,
yes,
correct?
I am.
So did you follow him through this journey, or did you guys separate and then somehow get back together in the painting business?
We did actually separate at some point in time, and then we got back together.
Because your brother can be aggravating sometimes,
We all are.
Take that as a compliment.
No, we actually had number of pretty well-known business. One of them was we had a distribution of Bon Appetit pastry. You will find it in all the convenience store. We were the reason the product got delivered to East Coast from California.
It is, I think, why we sort of connected when we met smoking cigars, because you guys are just entrepreneurs from the core. I mean, you guys have owned a lot of small businesses, and it really is just this inspirational story that I know you guys get up every morning and think it's out of necessity that you go to work and make things happen, but you guys really do make things happen for yourself, and you've got two beautiful homes sitting on the lake. You've got just a wonderful family, wonderful wives that I'm sure are listening right now. Gentlemen, you better say hi to your wives right now. Go ahead.
Hi, honey. This is Tim.
You might have known that.
Hey, Mary.
Girls, they're scared to death, but they're doing great. And let me tell you what's so interesting about this.
These guys are the American dream, right?
They are the American dream.
This truly is an American dream.
Yes, absolutely.
If you work hard, be truthful and positive.
Yep.
And have the energy. There's nobody to clock you in at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning that you are at work or not. It's your business. If you have the desire to succeed, you can succeed.
Yes, absolutely. And you guys are from Iran, correct? I mean, this is important, and I don't want to get into terrorism and all that, but it's important to small business people because we know this. We know absolutely that the entire country is not bad. The entire area is not bad. This world absolutely is full of wonderful people, and what this country does is inspire guys like you to produce what you guys have produced in your life. It really is just an amazing, inspirational story.
Well, thank you. We're really glad for this, and the fact is, this country has biggest heart ever.
Yeah.
And has plenty of room for everybody who wants to make something of themselves. Not getting in a political side of things, if you really have a desire to do something positive, definitely there is room.
Absolutely. Wayne, I'll tell you a quick story that's just shows how small this world is. These guys were talking about a pizza delivery business that they owned that they had bought years ago, and as they were describing it, they started telling me where it was, and I'm saying, what was the name of that, guys? Lo and behold, it was a pizza shop that I had started many years ago.
That you had started?
I started it, sold it to my partner, and then they bought it from my partner years later. So it really is a small world.
Primo Pizza.
Okay, so 2 questions. Do you like making pizza better or painting better?
I was so glad that we got out of restaurant business. It is the most difficult business to earn.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
It's like a infant that never grows. You have to have your eyes on it.
That's a great
all
way
the
to
time.
put that.
I mean, it needs constant attention.
That's a great way to
And
describe that.
what I love about construction is you have your weekend free almost. You know,
Interesting.
you can't work on Saturday or
Yeah,
Sunday.
yeah.
I mean, you can if you want to, but you know, it is a big difference.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you guys own real estate in the area. You guys had car dealerships in the area, car washes. You had depending, because you guys are always buying and selling, which I really like that about you guys. Storage facilities. Talk a little bit about the challenges of starting and then selling a business, because you guys have done that a lot more than most small business people.
Well, actually, purchasing a business has always been easier for us than a selling. We're as
Because
good
you've
as...
never actually asked me to help you.
There you go. There you go.
They're just cigar buddies. That's all.
The fact is, when we're purchasing things, it's been me and Tim's pretty much downside or what, but we always look at the potential, that what we can do, and to build it up and do it as much as salesmen we are. But when it comes to the selling, we're just not selling the business. We weren't there. However, we did well with the Bon Appetit pastry when we sold that.
Fantastic.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I love your story, but let's make sure that people do know again what you do. You're primarily residential. Is that true?
Residential painting and drywall.
And make sure people know how they can get hold of you if they've got a paint job or a drywall job for you.
We do some repaint as well. I mean,
Sure.
we do all of it, and we do some light commercial work as well. But our address is www.atlaspainting.com. You can look at our website and contact us from there, or 704-237-3391.
AtlasPainting.com.
Yes.
These 2 gentlemen are absolutely wonderful men, and I encourage you, if you're interested in painting your home, to give them a call. They will do a great job for you. And any of you builders out there, they do a great job of making sure you get done on time. Talk a little bit about that, guys, because we've had many discussions on the economy and builders. Talk a little bit about what's happening in the construction side of the industry. You want to take that on, Jay?
Yeah, the construction actually is going full force these days. We might not see it. There is not quite as much as a small builder or individual builders out there yet in comparison to 2006. However, on the national builders, it's going bigger and more boomer than 2006. There is a...
Wow, more than 2006?
Yes, it is. Back then, we had quite a bit of a spec house sitting in every neighborhood. These days, there is hardly any spec house.
Tim, can you talk a little bit about how you keep these relationships? Because let's face it, there's plenty of other painting companies out there that would really love to have the business you guys have with these large national builders. How do you keep those relationships intact?
Well, part of working with the large builder is not just servicing. It has several aspects. Number one, for them to get to know you, you have to submit a proposal to accept your prices. You have to be within their guideline, or the reasonable number
Right.
that they can work with you. And then once the work is start, you have to service the job. When they have 10, 15 house per month per subdivision, somebody has to service that, make sure job goes correct, it gets stocked with the right product, and then service correct. These are day-to-day business that it really you gotta do the due diligence, make
Right.
sure everything goes correctly. Otherwise, you get a phone call and it's not very,
Right.
happy time.
Right. You want to add something to that? Mr. Jay?
Yeah, I want to add something to that. It's always been our thing to say it.
Right.
It's not only the fact what we do, it's how we respond to the needs or if something goes wrong. That's where the difference is between our competition.
Right.
Is if something short-ended, how quick and how well we will respond to it versus the others.
That's it.
Sure.
We always had this saying, it's better to do it right the first time, and it's always cheaper than to keep coming back and coming back and coming back. Mm-hmm. And that was, I believe, that was part of our success, and it still is. Do it right the first time. If you see something that it may come back later on, or trying to skip it, don't do it. Do it. Take care of it now. It saves you time, money, and energy. Later on down the